thanks for joining me today for a gentle yoga practice. We will be using one yoga block and then finding just any pillow that you have around your house. These will be our tools that we use to get us even more relaxed and to release some of that stress. So we'll get started just finding a comfortable seated position. You can also even use the pillow right now, resting it up against the wall and leaning against the pillow if you need the support. Resting our hands in our lap, you can close your eyes. As we begin to focus on our breath, let all of your to-do lists, worries, and feelings of anxiety, just imagine those drifting away as we focus on this present moment. And as we breathe in through the nose, as you exhale, imagine that breath just traveling all throughout your body, down the arms, through your heart, center, and into the legs, down to your feet. 3 more, deep breath in. Bring our hands together and just begin to rub, creating heat and friction. When your hands feel nice and warm, just cupping the hands over your eyes. Relax. Just absorbing that calming feeling and the heat that you created. Bringing your hands down into your lap, tilting the chin forward. Softening through your head, neck, and back. As you gently come back up. Letting your tongue just rest on the bottom of your mouth as you soften through your jaw. Now bringing our hands to rest to our shoulders as we open, stretch, expand. And then bringing our arms just to relax, maybe even the elbows coming in just towards each other. And we'll do that again. We're opening, stretching here. Back to where we started. Grabbing a block if you have one. So if you don't have the block, go ahead and just walk your hands out in front of you to the extent where it feels good. If you have the block, same idea. We're holding on, resting our hands to the block, relaxing through your shoulders, head, neck, and spine. Keeping in mind that yoga is an individual practice and it can be different for us each day. And with our breath in, just gently lifting up through the head. And exhale, relax, coming back down. 2 more. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, lifting up. And relax. As you inch your way back up, bringing the block in towards you. Let's come to our hands and knees or tabletop. Grabbing our pillow as you rest it on your mat. We're going to come into a supported child's pose. So have the pillow up near your chest and in between the chest and the belly. So as you tuck your way back into child's pose, you're able to support and rest one ear to the pillow. Adjusting however you need to. Staying here for 5 gentle inhales and exhales. Bring our way up, lowering the hips down towards the pillow for a supported upward facing dog. Imagine letting all of that positive energy coming in through our heart and chest. You can stretch by looking over one shoulder and then the other. Bringing your way back into supported child's pose. Maybe you switch to rest onto the other ear. 1 more time. Upward facing dog. And tabletop. Let's move our pillow off to the side. Working our way through our cat-cows. Inhale through cow. Exhale, cat. Taking our right leg back, straightening here, lowering our toes to rest on the mat. Gently just stretching your way back, and then leaning forward. bringing your right knee to rest onto the mat. And now coming down to the right forearm as you softly look over the left shoulder. Relax through your head as you come back over. Coming back to the palm of your hand. Left leg now reaches back, resting the tips of your toes into your mat. Stretching, leaning to the back of the mat, and then shifting forward. Bringing our left knee to the mat, shifting down to that left forearm as you look over the right shoulder. And then really relax through the head and the neck as you sweep back across. Coming back to now both of the palms of our hands, spreading our fingers wide. Begin to lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Imagine you're in that upside down V. Let's inhale as we lift to the tippy toes. And exhale, press the heels into the earth. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. Deep breath in. Coming back to our knees. This time resting on both forearms for puppy pose. So we're reaching our hips to the back of the room. Coming back up to tabletop. Now, making the second part of our practice using the wall for support. I like to use the pillow underneath of my head. Some of you may like to use the pillow for under your back. Play around with it, see how it feels. Our first pose is called legs up the wall. So just like it sounds, we're resting our legs up against the wall. One option here is to bring that block directly underneath of the hips for even more support. Getting cozy here. Begin to relax through the hips, pelvic area, and the legs, and the feet. Staying in this pose, again, for 5 breaths. Dragonfly pose. We're going to let the left leg just come down about halfway. I'm resting on the long side of my foot to the wall. The other leg will fall out to the side. Let's stay here. Noticing the support of the wall, how it makes you feel, how your body can just begin to relax even more. Closing your eyes. Switching over to the other side, same idea. For half dragonfly. Bringing both feet together, resting into the wall. This is called bound angle, or also known as butterfly pose. Noticing the openness that starts to feel engaged through the hips, legs. Extend both legs once again up the wall. And now we're letting the legs just fall out to the sides. Knowing that you can always remove the block if you need to, or if it feels good, keeping it there. Sliding the legs back together, moving into supine and wall supported pigeon pose. Taking that right ankle to rest on the opposite leg. You can stay here, or to deepen the pose, if you scoot a little bit away from the wall, bending at the left knee, pressing that left foot into the mat, you'll notice a more intense stretch. The less you bend at the knee, it'll also be a little bit less intense. Whatever feels best for you. Switch. Now that left ankle will be onto the right leg. Taking it deeper if you'd like. You can also spend half of the time with the bent knee and the other with the leg straight. Extend your leg back up, and now both legs up against the wall. Scooting back in if you need to. Supported shoulder stand with the use of the wall. So I'm keeping my hands on my lower back, pressing the heels into the wall. Breathing in and out as I just slowly begin my way back down the wall. Resting once again. As I move through my ankles and my feet, as well as my wrists, fingers, and hands. Hugging my knees into my chest. We can now move away from the wall, still resting our head onto our pillow. And again, we're hugging the knees into our chest, rocking side to side. Grabbing our block, placing the block directly underneath of our hips, and rest. Bringing our feet farther apart, and now just resting the knees in towards one another. You can have your hands on top of the hips here, or if it feels better, just having them down by your sides with your palms facing up. Let's end our practice just like we started. As we inhale through the nose, and as we exhale, we're letting that refreshing breath travel all throughout our body. Staying here as long as you need to. And you can use this short practice when you wake up in the morning, to take a quick break throughout your day, or even before you go to bed. And the light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you for practicing with me today.